Listen, you're not going to tell me about soccer. I grew up watching soccer. I grew up going to every Brunei Celtic game. And you're not going to tell me. I look at some games. And the problem was us, including myself, when Celtics used to get dubious penalties against them, we will invade the pitch or throw stuff in the pitch. Yeah. But when a dubious penalty is given for us, then we don't say anything as soccer supporters. I've seen that over and over again, so we need to become more ethical as the game. And I'm talking about myself here. At the moment, let's say Arsenal, I'm an Arsenal supporter. Let's say Arsenal gets a penalty and I know that's not a penalty. Yeah. I will sit with my finger on my lip and say nothing.
Quiet, yeah.
That's number one. Number two, VAR must come. I've made a promise. Just to show the listeners, it wasn't just talk.
Yeah.
I've met the whole board of SAFA regarding VAR. I had a full presentation to understand this thing that I've promised. What is it I've promised? I have the costings of SAFA. I have the independent costings the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture has done. Mm-hmm. I am going to bring VAR in April this year. Give money. So I'm a minister that keeps his promises. Hold me to those promises. VAR, we've put 90 million aside. We don't say it's going to cost 90 million. We've budgeted 90 million. But people don't understand. Part of that, there's a problem with South African sport. When my daughter went to the football, I couldn't get hold of her with her friends because there's no connectivity in our stadiums. That is nonsense. So part of the 90 journalists can't even properly give live coverage. So part of the 90 million is not only VAR, because you can't have VAR without connectivity. So connectivity is part of that. By the 1st of July, you can look back and say, have I kept all my promises? It will be a year after my budget speech. And as the Minister of Happiness, look how happy we are. We have the best soccer in the history of our soccer in a long time. 20 games is a record for Bafana Bafana. The junior teams are winning. The women's sport, they're flying. The rugby, we're the best in the world. Cricket, what do I say?
I also want to update South Africans on another important development, the rollout of video assistant referee technology, VAR, in South African football. SAFA has recently appointed a VAR project team led by respected former referee, Mr. Daniel Bennett, alongside respected figures in football refereeing, Victor Gomez, Mr. Victor Gomez, Mr. Jerome Damon, and Abdul Ibrahim, SAFA's head of referees. The team has been working closely with FIFA and the International Football Board, Association Board, to ensure that South Africa implements VAR in full compliance with international standards. As per our initial meeting with Mr. Bennett, the Ministry is overseeing and controlling all initial project funding until the system is fully established and stable. Strict financial controls are in place with at least 3 independent signatories to authorize any transaction related to the rollout. The plan is for SAFA to submit the initial infrastructure and setup budget to the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture before 31 March 2026, the end of our financial year. This is a complex and ambitious project, but it is essential. VAR is not just about correcting referee errors. It's about protecting the integrity of our game, restoring our trust, and ensuring that South African football meets global standards. We are proud to be working hand in hand with SAFA, FIFA, and CAF, and bring VAR to our leagues and to set a benchmark for the rest of Africa. Treasury has approved the initial spend of more than 20 million in this financial year, and we are confident that we will face VAR in using a sustainable, affordable approach that will see all our big games supported by VAR. And South Africans can already look forward to seeing VAR on the screens as we test and prove the solution that has been chosen. So next year, you'll be seeing VAR as we are testing this system. So when we introduce it next season, it must be foolproof. Our referees must understand it. So many rules of VAR have changed in the time that I was made aware that we need money for VAR. The second part of your question, so I was wrong. The second part of the question, why should you believe me? I mentioned names of people that are working on this thing. I mentioned Treasury. I can't lie about Treasury. Treasury has given I can even share a letter with you if it's allowed. I'll just check with the team. I'm a person that loves football, so I'm saying I even asked them, will we be able to in February, March, April? They said no. There is a different way, because you can't start a league with VAR, without VAR, and want to end the league with VAR. So after June, or when is the league end? In June next year, when we come back, I can tell you there will be VAR. In fact, to even give you more information, the leadership, the persons responsible for VAR are going to Spain on the 15th of November to go and do a stress test on the model. There's Hawkeye, there's different models of VAR that we've come to learn. But the one that they have chosen, they are going to do a stress test on it to see is it fine for the South African. On the 15th of November, you can call me, they'll be there in Spain to do a stress test. So you gotta, the evidence is there.
VAR in South Africa. My colleague Veli Lemnyandu just touched down from Spain with project leader Daniel Bennett, a former PSL and FIFA referee who is leading the way in terms of trying to get this sorted here in South Africa, hopefully maybe next season. Here's Daniel Bennett speaking exclusively to SABC Sport.
Whether the centralized hub is at either SAFA House or at Fun Valley. And that's a decision we now need to make. When I get back on Monday, have a very urgent meeting because there's a portfolio meeting on Tuesday morning and all of our ducks have to be in a row. So we're under a bit of pressure as a VR management team at the moment, but you know, I think the thing is everybody wants everything now, which I understand because this is a long process. So that means I've got to jump on that train very quickly and start getting, from my side, my ducks in a row with my management team as well.